These are whitetail shed antlers that I found in Connecticut this year on 2 different pieces of private property. This will be my last video before fishing season starts. The boat is commissioned. I was up there this weekend. Everything's running great. Looking forward to starting the season off. Today I'm going to show you a collection of antlers I found the last month. I'm also going to be going over the 2 bucks I shot this year. I have the age results, surprising age results from my muzzleloader buck, and I have these boots that I'm going to show you. I have a discount code. We're going to go over that. So we're just going to start off. These were all found in Connecticut. I had found three deadheads and 10 singles. Whitetail tend to shed their antlers. They drop them every year and regrow them, typically from December, middle December, up right until probably early April. And it's just a fun thing. You don't need to be a hunter to go and do this. You can just go out, look around in the woods, look on main trails. I'm going to go over today a couple of areas that kind of excite me, places that I like to look, places that kind of get my heart pumping when you enter. We're just going to get right into it here. I'm going to show you this. This is a matching set I found this year on like super private property, unhunted private property, no trespassing, no quad trails, nothing like that. It's just a homeowner that had some land. This is east of Connecticut River. Fresh, super fresh drops. Super good color. No chews on them. Just great mix between mass, tine length, color, just everything. I had scored these myself. I had gotten, what was it? It was like 71, just over 71 over here, and then just over 72 over here. I am going to have these professionally scored, and I'm also going to get my buck from, when was it, in 2019, scored a Rhode Island muzzleloader buck, just to kind of kill my curiosity. I know he was about 128 inches, but I just want to kind of go over it. It's good to know a final score, you know. So I had found this set. I also have a single 6-point side that I had found on the same property in a bed. These were found on a red oak, just a red oak flat, pretty open hardwoods. And I was just super happy when I found these. I also have this big boy's his left side from the year prior, which is pretty badly chewed, but it's not real bad, and he almost looks like he was bigger last year. I'll grab that now for you. This is this year's, and this is years prior, and it's just, it is the same animal. Looks like he was doing a little better last year, even though he's chewed. The 2 and the 3 are almost just as long as the one I have from this year. It's kind of cool that, you know that deer just winters in that area. That's his little sanctuary area. And I had found this one less than 50 yards. They were less than 50 yards from each other. This is just a beautiful pair. I had, scored it. We went over the score with a buddy at work, and we had also kind of guesstimated the inside spread at 18 inches. What's up, Adam? And I'm just really curious to what it's going to officially score when I get it done. Just a beautiful, I've never even seen tines this long in the wild of a deer, ever. So this is like an area that I would consider like a hot spot of sorts when I'm out looking for antlers. You have a cut up here. That's probably a 5-year-old chopping. Most of the whips in there are 8 to 10 feet tall. You have some laurel on the edge here. And then you have this like old skidder road. But this is what deer are going to do in the winter. They're going to go into there, feed on the little niblets of those whips, You're gonna come over here. You have this evergreen tree here. Deer love to bed under these. I always check them, especially if you have an area like this adjacent to a feeding area. Just give it a look-see. You'll see the antler. You're gonna want to look for white. Sometimes they blend in really good, sometimes they don't. I'm gonna put one down and just kind of mock what they look like in a moment here. So we're just down this trail here. I dropped a couple in here. Let's see if you can find them. Did you see them? And go back again. What you want to look for is that white, even though they're going to be like a brown, yellow, white. There's one right there. He's tines down, I put him. And there's one right there, tines up. And practice makes perfect, of course. What you can also do is turn your head around and throw them. Don't just, don't go crazy. Don't go throwing it, 40 yards into the thick brush, but turn around, throw one, throw two, turn around. And I'm looking for that. You want to look for that 1, 2, 3. You'll see the 3, those points real tight to one another. There's very few things in nature that'll do that. Occasionally you get a pine tree or an evergreen type of tree. When they die and fall, they'll kind of have that white, that 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4 right near each other, but it's not too often. You will get tricked though sometimes. And this one's quite a bit easier. I mean, that one's pretty clear. You see the white, the bend, the 1, 2. This is that 6-point left side. I scored this myself. I had right around 66 inches, once again super fresh. And this was right in his bed during a snowstorm. It just had popped off. He was on a knoll, south facing. Must have just shook it off. I did not find the other side. Beautiful color, no chew marks. Just a really great large antler. I really wish I found the other side to this. That would have been a beautiful match. 6x6s are somewhat rare in Connecticut. All right, up next is my muzzleloader buck from 2024. I shot on Connecticut state property. Have the full video up. This is the buck that was just a couple yards from the base of my stand. I had shot him right in the shoulders and he had just dropped. The other one's the one that I hit a little back and I had to do that wild tracking job on him. Got the age results to this. European mount came out great. This buck scored 92 inches is what I got. And he ended up being 2.5 years old, which I didn't even print it out. I just have it on my phone. Which, this is a pretty good deer for a 2.5-year-old living in a state forest. You know, his first circumference measurements on each side were 4 3/8, 4 2/8, and yeah, just a really neat. He's got this big flat blade here. It's actually sharp on this front edge. He's got the dual wormholes. I'm gonna link both these videos at the end of this if you haven't seen those yet. Just a really cool mount, a great deer, Very happy with him. I'm just pretty surprised at the 2.5-year-old. That's a large 2.5-year-old deer for a Connecticut forest. And this is the other buck. This is that 6-point that I had shot. I had got him a ways back. I'm not sure what happened. I pulled the shot somehow. Still managed to get him down. He went a few hundred yards though. And once again, I have that full video up. I'll link it at the end if you haven't seen it already. But I didn't bother measuring this guy. Just a nice, you know, medium size, my opinion, a medium sized deer for Connecticut State Forest. Lastly, I want to just go over these boots that were sent to me about a month ago. They're from a company, Trudave, and this is a waterproof rubber boot. I've worn these coyote hunting, out looking for shed antlers. I even had them on down by the shore once. They'd be good for stream fishing, anywhere when you need to go in the mud, water. They're waterproof, they're warm, they have 5mm neoprene. I have a discount code. It's a 15% off code. It'll be linked in the description. They're soft, comfortable. These boots are lined with a diamond-shaped breathable layer which can wick away sweat. And this is what you want for scent control if you're walking in the woods. You don't want a deer or an animal to pick your scent up. These boots are also easy on, easy off. They're comfortable and warm. I've had these out from, it was probably high 20s to high 40s, walking around hunting. I've been in water with them, in mud, and they're great. They've been working really good. All right, guys, next video definitely be a cod fishing video. I'm gonna try to get out real soon, get on the boat and get going here. 5-month off season has come to an end. See you on the water.